I today's my birthday. I turned 51. No longer on the market. It's gonna make a cute little video. Says, "Hi guys, I'm no longer on the market. Uh, I'm gonna create only grands." But as you can see, if you watched any of my other videos, I have teeth issues. And kids, this happens when you don't brush your teeth. Okay, so I'm sorry. I had I had dental a partial plate, but it broke. But I'm not here to talk about how ugly I am. I'm here to talk about turning 51, I guess. If I'm nervous, I'm nervous because I don't look at myself when I talk. So, um, my daughter gave me something really wonderful. It's called Letters to My Grandchild. It's this little book where the first one is like here's a special story about our family. And when you write your stuff and you seal it up and try to determine, like, to be opened on what date, you know. And it's really cool. The only not cool thing about it is they only give you that much. No, 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 no. so, so me doing this, you know what? Only people who like to smile are the ones that get their teeth all messed up. I swear to God. So at any rate, so here's a special story about our family. It may surprise you to learn, but that when I was young, when I was young, grandmas read and talked and whatever, right? One positive change in the world that I've witnessed is a lot of things, but I don't feel like talking about it right now. So, what am I going to call this one? Oh, I was thinking of a couple things, like if I get inspired to talk or to teach some type of something to my grandchild, like talking to my family, giving them advice that they're not going to listen to in person, then I was going to make a video and I was going to be like, from Bama to Little Kitten, okay? Because I call my little baby girl Little Kitten. Is it like it? And Bama because, or Bammy, or Bapu, or something like that, because I don't get down there very often. And when I do, I'm fun and fun, fun, fun all the time. I sing and I do all those things that they do in the little cameras, or on the little shows for the kids. I can do that. So I'm going to maybe answer some of these questions and tell these stories in the form of letters to Little Kitten. The best advice anyone ever gave me was, and when I was younger, I wish I had known emotional intelligence. I wish I had known how to understand the very realness of your little world, of yourself. So many things I wished that we'd work just a little harder to learn how to do things in a loving way. That would have been nice. My brightest hope for the future is that you do, Little Kitten, because you got everything going for you. You're Taurus. I don't know if that means anything by the time you watch this. I'm not supposed to be talking to you right now anyway. I'm supposed to be talking about turning 51. Woman, you're going to be a woman someday. Or not. Don't go through menopause. I don't regret, or I don't recommend it. Anyway, these wonderful things are going to be so fun. I'm not in the mood to do this right now because I'm staring at my face. So I'm not sure if I'll even be able to read like this. I have another book that's intended for my daughter, my granddaughter, I meant. And I had a series of lectures intended for my daughter. I learned a lot being down there. I learned a lot of the negative images that I was having, all the negativity, trauma, traumativity? Traumativity that I was having, regardless of them being just images, false imaginations I'm putting on myself. And it's funny how we hurt our own feelings just because, I don't know what, we're bored. But we put it all back on ourselves and we try to create that reality. We try to live with all the pain of that. And it's not true. It's not true. No matter what I think my children do, or how I think their future could turn out, what's their life is theirs. And I learned to let go of a lot of the catastrophizing, negative future predicting things that my ex-husband kind of trained us to. One thing else happened. So, like, when we have to make a decision, or if there's a plan being done, and it needs cooperation, and the father's like, okay, he never tells you. This is harder than I think. I commend YouTubers for doing this, of talking. Anyway, we get brain fog. The father says X needs to be done in the morning, and then what happens? I can't talk to the camera. X needs to be done. There are 3 cars, and he doesn't want to say he doesn't want to do it, so he stubbornly expects those of us with the cars to go, boom, let's do it. But we might be thinking that, or we might be thinking plans later, or we might be waiting to talk it out. But whatever happens, there's a brain fog about making community decisions, because every decision we make is wrong or stupid more times than not. So when it comes to making plans, even if my ex is in a good spirit, he's trained them already to always second guess themselves. So one thing I wish I knew when I was younger was how to direct that, you know, to keep the thing in focus and the communication, a lot of repetition, like, well, do you want to do that, and do you have to say that, so that we all don't get this stir craziness. And then we'll get in the store, and we're faced with a dilemma: do this, or get this. He wants this, but this isn't there, or it's too big, or it's too little, or we're nervous about spending too much money, or what little detail do you think he'd like or not like? So we didn't know that we were supposed to go get a crock pot. It was known that we were going to, but it was not known that we needed it for the meal that we were planning. Like, how broke was it? And so we decided to go to the store first, and then we remembered, oh, well, we might need a new crock pot. We're supposed to get one. So we go up to Walmart, and now we're having a dilemma. Oh, the 8-quart or the 7-quart, the turn on and off, the heat, the pause button, all these things that we don't know. And when we try to ask him on text, he does not respond. So we are stuck, not only in brain fog, not knowing how we're going to go about things, but also in decision freeze. Whatever the fuck that. Oh, I might be seeing kids. This is a granny. This is only grands. Only grands. And we don't swear unless you really, really rile me up. Okay. And so there we were. It was all that. It was horrible. It was 18 years. you know, of this thing that I had to go through. So I'm sorry, I'm damaged. Me. But anyhow, and then I got home, or whether this was another episode within the time that I was there, or whether this was brand new, I don't know. I don't remember. Just remember the details, like the mechanical details, the making a special dinner, and everybody's rushed. Somebody has to go to school and then hurry up and go to work and start the meal between school and work. Somebody else, the things that we deal with, somebody else isn't picking up after themselves, somebody else isn't courteous to somebody else ignores what somebody does, says, whatever. Just this discord in the family all over the place. And so my one of them, we're not going to tell stories, we're just going to tell stories. One of them was in a frantic state of mind because he had everything that he wanted to accomplish all at once, and he was in a hurry to do so. He was handling the he there we go, my son. He was handling the knife very dangerously because he was cutting angry and hurried, and he's like, I can't figure out what to do. We have to clean the house before he gets home because he's mad because he had to go to do the thing and he's got the bad car and we didn't make the right decision. And so let's just make it so he's happy. And so we're trying to get as much done as possible. Nicely. I'm trying to keep it calm and still because let's just focus on one thing. And I end up having and I'm kind of playing director, like, okay, you get on that, you get on that, okay, switch with me and I'll get on that, you get on that. I mean, I can pretty much handle a lot of chaos if I have a lot of people willing to do what I say without questioning that. And he's trying to calm down. He's got his mind already ready to go. And I'm like, he's like, I can't focus. And I said, okay, fine, go aggressively scrub a toilet and I'll finish sweeping the floor. And then it turned off sweeping the floor for my daughter, for feeding the baby, to this, that, so we played it good, but I don't think that the children attained any kind of peace in the situation. I did. I had to do something to just chill, just not focus on the being. He's like, yeah, but then it's like a big whirlwind and everything hard to decide what to do the right thing. So we have this brain fog, we have this decision paralysis, and then on top of that we have the what thing will set him off first. So let's try to clean that. Oh no, but that'll set him off. Oh no, will he calm down? Now, this ex-husband of mine is going through therapy, and he's learning about his perceived understanding of how he affects us. What he's not doing is listening to us tell him how we've been affected. So, though he's in an early stage of learning that he affects people with his negativities, he has not learned to accept the fact, or not a fact, I guess, but to accept there's a lot of buildup of this. That I don't care how good he makes himself. I went to therapy and I learned how to not be angry anymore. He does this thing he calls radical acceptance. His therapist preaches at him. And I would like to talk to this therapist too, because I've been married to the guy for over 18 years. And when you say radical acceptance, he, on one or two layers deeper than what he's showing you, is reading that as, I have to just be silent while my children continue to do the catastrophizing negative thing that I think and know and project that they will. So he's not radically accepting anything. He's still holding on to all the things that perpetuate his resentment. It's funny they would be courteous to each other. I mean, it's like there's so many little things that could make their entire relationship better. a little courteousness, a little communication, a little you hear it and you repeat it back. Just little things. That's why I can't go down there. I'm interested in people who are interested in living a real life because every minute of it's important. So, especially now that I'm 51 and my life is well over half over. Do you think I'm going to last to 100? No, no. I'll be grateful if I last to 80 like my grandmother. But even she had help. I'm not sure I'm going to have any help. I'm not sure what's going to happen in my future. So with that in mind, how much time do I have? I couldn't tell you. But I do know that I want to say everything I need to get said. And hope that you get it before you're as old as I am.